effective your content is on social media? We're going to talk about that today. But what is the one thing that can help you make successful content online? Do you know what it is? It's data. Also, what is the one tool that can help you make successful content and almost guarantee that your content is going to hit with your target audience? Is social media analytics. Yes, the data, the numbers, the things that people hate to look at because it's like, oh, it gives them a headache. Oh, looking at numbers give me a headache. I just can't stand it. Well, we're going to talk about data, what role it plays with your business and social media, using social media analytics to grow your business. Data, yes, it's the thing that I love. I love numbers. I love data. It just gives me a thrill to see those charts and graphs and numbers and things. Why? Because this is what I tell you, data is a flashlight in the dark. So you're not stumbling around with your content online on social media trying to figure out, well, what works? What do they like? Is this a hit? Is this a miss? Am I doing it right? Social media analytics will give you that guide. So you're not in the jungle, in the forest, in the desert, wherever, trying to figure out where is north. So you've got your compass. So social media analytics is your compass to let you know which way to go and how to make successful content online. So yeah, let's get into it. Woo, I'm excited. Numbers, data. All right, so let me tell you first. Hmm. What? You know what? My camera's looking kind of weird. Don't mind me. I have to edit this out. Okay, so and I got like a little red thing popping up here. Oh my goodness. What did I just click on? Okay, let me close that. You know me, I like to fiddle around with tools and things. So I saw something clicked in the right. I was like, "What is that? What is that? That we can't have that. That can't happen." All right. Social media analytics. What is it, Terry? What is it? I'm going to tell you what it is. Let me look at my notes and give you the definition. Okay, so social media analytics. Analytics is the data that's gathered on the activity that occurs on all your social media accounts. What does that mean? All the things that are happening, like likes, comments, reach, impressions, visits to your profile, uh, clicks on links on your profile or wherever you have a link. All those things are measured. Data. See, data is wonderful. They're measuring things. So that means that Facebook, Instagram, I don't use what I was gonna say WhatsApp. I don't use WhatsApp. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Those are the main ones. I mean, there are other social media platforms. I'm thinking fan base for one. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those ones that like, okay, it might have potential, but I don't know if it's gonna hang around. So most of the major social media platforms have something called insights or analytics. Depends on what platform you're in. So Meta, their tool is called Insights, and you can find this tool, free tool, by the way, free tool. If you use a third party management software for your social media accounts, they have analytics, and you're more than welcome to look in there, but I'm talking free. We talking free. Okay, so you want to go to business.facebook.com or the Meta Business Suite if you have it installed on your phone or your device or your tablet or what have you. So when you go into this Meta Business Suite, there's something called Insights. And there's all kind of juicy good stuff in there. For Instagram, if you have an Instagram business account, or I believe a creator account also has access to this data that tells you what works. It's called professional dashboard in the business account for Instagram. Okay, so for TikTok, TikTok has a business suite. Let me look real quick so I can give you the correct terminology. All right, so let me go back. Ooh, I was looking in this business suite. So TikTok, if you have a business account, and most people don't because they have the regular creator account. Because if you have a business account on TikTok, that you can't use the certain trending music you can't use, which I kind of hate. But it's like okay, but the off side is that I get all this juicy data, all this analytics. So if you have a business account on TikTok, you go to the three hamburger menu at the top right, and you go into Business Suite. So Business Suite has analytics also where you can run ads. Okay, you can also run ads on TikTok. So if you're interested in that, you want to have a business account. So you go into analytics, and when you tap on that, you get an overview of things like engagement, followers, how well your content is performing, and there's juicy numbers in there, data, and it tells you, okay, what happened in the last 7 days, what happened in the last 30 days. How many people looked at your video? How many people went to your profile? How many people liked? How many comments? How many shares? And you'll find that in most of the major social media platforms, they will have information on likes, comments, shares, profile visits, profile views, which is very important. Very important. We've said here before that business owners are concerned about their profile visits because what do you got going on in that profile? What's happening? Link in bio. It's the most important link for a business. Now, remember, I talked about creators and influencers that they are concerned with the likes and comments and growing the number of, say, followers that they have. Now, those numbers are good. I'm not going to put those down. I always say you can't take likes to the bank. Cannot take likes to the bank. And also, um, you are concerned with revenue as a business owner, sales and revenue. How do you get sales and revenue on social media? Your content with the call to action drives them to the link in bio, which resides on your profile. I'm making a song. This is crazy. But it resides on your profile. So that's why you want to look at your analytics to see profile visits. This is stuff you got to pay attention to. And I know you haven't done it. I know you haven't done it. I'm not scolding you. I just know. Because it's one of those things that people are like, well, I don't want to look at it because I'm afraid. Look at it. Look at those numbers. Why? Because data is going to guide you to creating content that connects with your audience. Connecting with your audience builds up the customer relationship journey, which means come along with me and go to my link in bio and buy the solution I have to your problem, needs, wants, desires, whatever they're trying to do with their lives. You have it. It resides in the link in bio. Now, also, this link in bio, I said it has two purposes. It can direct sell, or it can put people on your email list to where you want to gently guide them to selling. That's why I call it a customer relationship journey, because some people aren't ready to buy right away. So you got to talk to them. You got to nurture them. You got to, give them information and say, I know how you feel. And when you're ready to buy, here's the link. And you always put the link in there because you never know when that message that you send out resonates and hits with your audience and they become a customer. Ta-da! Now, see, this is the frustrating thing with people and using social media. There's no direct line to making that happen, making that customer journey happen where they buy. So you never want to start out with buy, sell, sell, sell. You don't want to do that. You don't want to hit them with that. This is not the stock market. You have to develop a relationship, and depending on the needs and the wants of your audience and the products and services that you have to sell, also with, if you have higher quality items or services that you're selling and have a higher price point, there's going to be a whole lot of nurturing in there. Because people aren't just, you put a link up and say, buy my this, it's like $1,200. People are like, whoa, wait a minute. Inflation's happening, things are happening, I gotta watch my pennies. I want this, but not at that price point. So that's where you gotta have you gotta have that strategy where you're making messaging that you're nurturing, and maybe the sale doesn't happen right away. So a lot of things are involved in your strategy, such as that. So analytics, social media analytics, is your flashlight in the dark. So you're not making content that I don't know if this works. I don't know if it hit. Did they like this? Do they like video? Do they like graphics, photos of me, photos of the dog, personal stuff, personal stories? Do I keep it straight and narrow in the captions? Do I use a handful of hashtags, or do I use a lot of hashtags? This is where you look at your social media analytics, your insights for each post. Instagram will let you do that, and also Facebook. It will break it down and show you what happens, so you can say, well, okay, I said this and I used this image or graphic and I did that and it worked, versus the next time I made a post, I did something different but it didn't hit with my audience. Analytics data will tell you. So that's why it's very important to use this tool. It's there, it's available, it's free. You have to use it. Please use it. Please use it. So let me get back to my notes. I got to tell you. So we were talking about I say almost guaranteeing content success, because there's no 100% guarantee online. This is just a guide to, like I said, this is a flashlight in the dark. This is your compass in the desert. So you know which way you're going. You're walking in the right direction. So you're not wasting time online making content that doesn't connect with your audience. All right. So we need to do that. So we need to remember, data can help us reach our audience and serve content that works for our business or our brand. And data can help measure the performance of our content online. Remember those two things. Those are important. So we want to look at that and say, hey, what can analytics do for us, really? I mean, it can give us instant feedback about our brand awareness, brand health, how's it doing online. You can look at the numbers and tell and say, well, maybe I need to tweak my strategy and see what's going on. Okay, this is the value of live. I'm getting messages, so I have to answer. All right, so we're not doing that. All right, so the power of live. So how to measure social media effectiveness with using analytics, using these tools. So you want to look at, one of the things you can track is the increase in number of followers. Increase. One thing you want to look at is the increase in the number of followers. Again, that is like a lower level metric, because our metric as business owners is sales, revenue at the end. But increase in number of followers is another guideline to say, hey, this content is on the right track and is working. So it is a, kind of like a guidepost of like, okay, keep going. You got some more work to do, but keep going. So you want to look at that and mark it as a reflection of how popular your post is. Is it hitting the right message with your audience? All right. So you also want to look at reactions. Reactions are comments, shares. Are they advancing your post and sharing it and giving comments and letting you know, hey, this really helped me, or this resonated with me. This is a post, a message that I can really get behind, and that is a mark of high level engagement, because they're coming out and giving you comments, not the bot comments where you can tell a bot comment. It's like a emoji or something. Oh, that's great. It's like you didn't even read my post. You just got some bot coming out. So we're not talking about bot comments. We're talking about real, true comments from real people. Okay, so that's another one. Also reach. Now, reach is one of those things that a lot of people get confused by. So let me tell you what the difference is between reach and then another thing called impressions. So you'll see that on all your you'll see that on all your social media analytics. So the difference between reach versus impressions: reach is the total number of people who see your content. Impressions are the number of times your content is displayed, no matter whether it was clicked or interacted. And this is one of, how do I explain this? Let me tell you. When you're looking at video views, especially on, say, Facebook, it will tell you the number of 3 second, I think it's 3 second and 1 minute views, and that's a big thing to look at, because remember, people are scrolling. So if they scroll and they see your video or your post, they call that an impression, even though there was no interaction with it, or they continued on. Or if they tapped it and watched it for a minute, that's another level of engagement. So that's what the reach versus impressions is. A lot of people get that confused. So reach is the number of people. Remember that. Reach is the total number of people who see your content. Impressions are the number of times it's displayed, and it could be displayed more than once to the same person. Okay, so you want to look at that. So thinking about reach, it will give you more of an idea of how your content is engaging and clicking with your audience versus a like. Because I can like something without even reading it. I saw, oh, your picture was good, like, and move on. Now, reach and impressions is different because, like I explained with with Facebook video, that there's a difference between 3 seconds and 1 minute. It's like it measures the length of time of engagement, which gives you an indication of, did somebody see it in the scroll when they're scrolling with their thumb, or did they scroll, stop, tap, open it, look at it, read it, or looked at your video for a minute and moved on. Or if they looked at it for watch time is another good engagement when you're talking about video. So did they look at it? What's the length of time that they looked at it? So that's a good indicator of engagement and success when you're talking about YouTube. So there you hear a lot of people say watch time is a measure of success, because you want to keep people on the platform. So that is what all these social media platforms want. They want your content to keep people on their platform, engaging with posts, looking at your posts, going to other people's posts. In the case of YouTube, looking at a video, and if you stay there, it rolls into the next and the next and the next, or you see on the sideline, YouTube will serve you up content that it thinks that you want to see. Okay, so those are some of the things we need to think about and remember. All right, so reach and impressions. And the last one, click through rate. This is another one where it's like a longer form of engagement, especially on YouTube. But click through rate just means what I just said previously, that they're scrolling through on the feed, on the app, and they see something they like, they go, they stop, they tap, they read the caption, they look at this, they do what you said in the call to action. So that's what we're calling click through rate. Because click through rate can mean different things wherever you are. Click through rate could have to do with your website analytics. It could have to do with your your pay-per-click advertising, which is your paid ads. That's another level of engagement. So I don't want to get too deep into it, because I really want to keep this basic level simple, so you understand why you need to use social media analytics. It's a tool that you need. It's like you're wandering around on social media going, well, I don't know what to post. Well, let me post this, let me post that, because I saw somebody else do it on another account, and you go, well, I don't know if that worked or not. And you keep doing the same thing over and over, and it's not working. So you have to look at your analytics and say, what works? It's right there, plain as day, black and white. Numbers don't lie. People lie, but numbers don't lie. You can fudge the numbers, but that's people doing it. Another story. But you want to look at it. Look at your analytics. And as I said before, it's on Facebook, it's on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter has it, Pinterest. If you use Pinterest, there's analytics there. But most of the major social media accounts will have a way for you to gauge the success of your content online, so you know what to post. So you'll know what to post. You'll know what hits. You know what's successful. You know what gets your audience, what draws them in. And you do that by doing different types of content, testing the waters, seeing what happens, and going, hey, let me go over the analytics and say, what was the best performing post in 7 days or 30 days or 60 days? And also there's a custom setting, so you can set the length of time that you want to set and say, what happened in this time period? What content resonated with my audience? And what's the other one that just went over like a lead balloon and nobody did anything? So you want to stay away from that, and you want to make more of the content that works. Content that connects with your audience. And how do you tell? Analytics, social media analytics, good old fashioned data. So you want to use these tools because they're free. Free, free. I can't put any plainer, free. So you want to know, well, what kind of content should I make? Analytics, social media analytics, those tools will let you know what you need to post, when to post, how to post it. All of that good information is there in your social media analytics on all the platforms that you use. Okay? So let's use analytics. Use that tool. Don't just let it sit on the sideline and go, well, I don't know what to do with it, or it's scary. I don't know what it's there. Most of it is in plain English. I just gave you some of the basics. When you go into analytics, there will be little icons with an eye on it. When you click on it, it'll tell you what that term means. So if you don't understand it, also if you don't, reach out to me. Leave a comment below. Send me a DM on whatever platform you're on. Terry Johnson Online is the same everywhere. So reach out to me and let me know. What do you think about social media analytics as a tool to help you create successful content that's going to grow your business online? So let me know what's happening. And I'll see you in the next video.